that I've been given needs to be given back. Like, that's it. That's what it's about. Helping, giving back, and caring for others. So thank you, and I love you. That's why I'm here.
Fine, 1, 2. So today we're going to be doing some bow staff spinning, and I thought we'd run through some basic staff spinning techniques to get us all started. So the first technique we're going to run through is called the skip catch. So in order to do our skip catch, we want to place one hand with our palm facing down, other hand palm facing up. We want to rotate the staff around our thumb, catching it with our other hand as we go, and repeating the process over and over, and we'll get that sort of continuous rotation on the staff. It's a very nice effect, gives the illusion of really knowing what we're doing. So this is called the skip catch. With this basic movement, you can start to flow around the body. You can start to flow around the body using the exact same thing. Skip, catch, skip, catch, skip, catch. You can bring the same motion to the side of the body. You can bring it above the body. And that is our basic skip catch. As well, a fun motion to add in to our basic beginner flow is a figure 8, like an infinity sign with the stick. So with our stick, what we want to do is just trace out a big figure 8, sideways figure 8 or infinity sign around us. Top of the stick comes down, down to the ground, up towards the other side, back down towards the ground, and just really tracing that infinity sign or sideways figure 8 following the top of our staff. Once we get the motion of it, we can start to allow the movement to come more from our wrist and our hip, speeding up slightly. And this just is an awesome way to get a forearm workout and to as well develop hand-eye coordination. But anything we do with one hand, we want to make sure we can do with both hands. It's going to feel kind of weird at first, but same idea. We want to trace a sideways figure 8 following our eyes with the top of the staff. So we want to bring the staff down, up, around, down, up, around. Same thing, just on the other side. Anything we do with one hand, we want to be able to train to do with the other. Really focus on keeping the arms straight and as far away from yourself as possible. That'll eliminate any knocks on the noggin. Again, as you start to feel the motion, you can speed up a little bit, allowing it to flow more into the wrist and the hip from the point of rotation. And it really does give a nice illusion of having the staff spin around. Once we get used to those two basic movements, we can start to combine them. Down, around, skip, catch. Down, around, skip, catch. Down, around, skip, catch. And start to develop that really nice beginner flow. Awesome. So those are two basic beginner movements, our sideways figure eight or our infinity sign through the air, and our skip catch. Truthfully, a lot of the work we do with the bow staff is gonna come from that pressure that we can create between our thumb and our forefinger. This is gonna be our primary point of rotation. And both movements we just explored are focused around this as your point of rotation. Not necessarily a closed hand, but we want to have our hand open and flexible, allowing the stick to rotate between those points of contact. And once we kind of develop that and get comfortable with that sort of range of motion, it allows us to do so much, even just with one hand. It gives the illusion that we're twisting the stick so much more than we are, but this is just 2 points of contact. And it all plays together. See my skip, catch, skip, catch, skip, catch. Awesome. Awesome. Next, we're going to explore some movement on rings. And the movements we're going to look at on rings first are going to be our dip and our elbow lever. So these are going to be some fun movements that we can explore on top of rings. In order to get on top of our rings, we want to come down into kind of a squat, because we're going to use this position to jump up and carry us over the rings. Making sure we have a good tight grip, and when we jump up, we want to keep everything locked in as much as possible to elbows in, shoulders in, everything internally rotated. So you'll see here, I'll internally rotate everything, get ready, and up. Up here is called our static control hold in rings. This is a wonderful position to build strength, endurance, and yeah, pretty much those two things. With our static control hold, we want to have our wrists flared out. This is regular, this is flared out. This is going to help us to engage our bicep, tricep, and allow us to explore other movements like our elbow lever. As well as our dip. Now with both of these movements, it's very important to keep everything locked in as close as possible to our body. If our elbows go out, we can lose the tension very quickly and fall from our rings. So once again, keeping everything locked in as tight as possible. I'm engaging my core, I'm engaging my legs, everything I can, I'm firing. So those are two movements that we can start to build on that look really neat and really do give that illusion of flying in the air on rings. The most important thing I can say is when you want to get used to these motions, you want to really build up your static control hold. So before we get too fun and creative with it, we really want to be able to hold this position here for at least 30 seconds. This is going to build all the strength we need to fly on rings in the future. And the rings are a wonderful tool for building strength and really allowing us to improve on any asset of our physique. With rings, they can highlight where our weaknesses or imbalances are. Me personally, I used to really overcompensate with my right arm. What the rings did is they showed me how much weaker my left arm was and allowed me to work on my weakness and to more evenly develop my arms. Because with a straight bar, we can easily compensate and yet not even be aware. We can pull more with one side than the other, and we won't even know. But with rings, and why I love them as a training tool, is each side has to independently develop its own balance and stability. And that's not only a brain exercise, but an amazing exercise for the body too. Really helping to even out any imbalances and correct any problems with form. Whew.